We set out to make a video about the idyllic life of a free-spirited traveller and their journey up to Appleby Horse Fair. We wanted to record a non-biased account of the difficulties of travelling by horse in a modern world. A world that's forgetting its traditions and heritage.
If you're watching the video, please take the time right now to go and hit the like button. We do not get anywhere near enough likes, so you'd be doing us a big favour, and hitting the like button is only a small little favour you're doing back for us.
We joined these travellers on their journey at Kirkby Lonsdale. Our first hurdle was gaining their trust to be able to film their nomadic lifestyle. You'll notice instantly that there's a police presence.
Sue set me the challenge of getting them to talk to us and allowing us to film them. This is Joe and his family, and a fantastic looking horse. So my ploy was to compliment him on his horse and hopefully get to film it. That's how I approached. How long will it take you to get to Appleby?
From here?
Yeah.
Not long, will it?
You're just going to stick them in the trailer and...
Oh, him in the trailer, yeah.
So you ain't going to ride them on the carts?
No, I'm not, no.
Oh, okay. Any of your own bow tops?
No.
We've got them all, but we just left them all at home because there's nowhere for us to stop.
Yeah.
Kirkby Road's all shut off.
Yeah.
So there's nowhere for us to stop, so...
Yeah, well that's partly what this is about while we're filming. We've heard that a lot of the lay-bys and little verges, they've all been either mowed or cut and ploughed. So yeah, they don't want it every year.
No.
I don't think they're going to stop it though. I hope not anyway.
Been doing it for hundreds of years, how are they going to stop it?
Yeah.
So they're just making it harder and harder, don't they?
Yeah.
Just make it harder and harder for people.
What's going to happen if they plough it all up then? Where are you going to put the horse?
Farmer's field.
Exactly right. So you're going to have to open gates and put them in the farmer's field. So they're causing their own aggravation, aren't they?
Aggravation, yeah. Kirkby Road sides, they've dug all the trenches up, know where to pull, know where to stay.
Yeah.
Just going to create hassle and people pulling their fields, and then it's getting bad publicity for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
But nowhere else to go, nothing else to do.
Listen, they make it fell end further up here.
Yeah.
We call it the fell end, like over that fell. He wasn't allowed on until say Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So everybody rushed and they queued up. They wouldn't let them on until 5 o'clock. The next year, everybody just went past it and went into Kirkby Stephen. Now they don't want you in Kirkby Stephen. They want you back on the fell. So why block it off at the first?
As one of the guys has said, all travellers get tarred with the same brush. But as long as you give them respect, give them their space and treat them in the right way, you can even wangle yourself a ride on one of their carts.
You're going to be jealous you've missed out now, haven't you?
The stigma around travellers is that they are messy, dirty, cause damage and are generally a bad lot to be around. We didn't see none of this. They treated their animals with respect. Some of them are worth a considerable amount of money. So yeah, but after a while we started to see some intimidation, and it wasn't from the travellers themselves.
Having been told the day before by police they were not allowed to stay parked on the roadside, some of the travellers made the decision to go into the neighbouring field. We want to make it very clear that this gate was left unlocked and no damage had been caused. They made this decision to go into the field because some of the families had very young children.
Born in this country, just want to survive with our family and get on in life, be happy, we get victimised.
Can I ask from a personal point of view, if I'm willing to move from here, I've got no argument with that, where would you move me to?
Yes.
Where would I go?
Have you got gypsy site?
No, we don't have any authorised sites at the moment, so this is what we're into.
This is what it is.
We've just been asked to move. We've been given an hour to move. I've asked them, I've said that I'm willing to move, where would you like me to move to? And they've come up with the idea that they've got nowhere for me to move to. So basically I've got to drive around in circles around the road until Tuesday. And these guys have got horses that have just travelled 12 miles. They're at their limit. Someone's got a broken bow top wheel, which is going to be a danger if they take it out onto the road.
But they want us to come out of the field.
And we've just spoken to the police, and they've turned around and said, your safety is not our concern.
And your kids are safe.
If you have an accident going out onto the road, that's your problem, basically, is what the police have just said.
And we are not responsibility for your kids.
Yeah, we do not hold responsibility for your kids, you do. So they're telling us to go out onto the road with tired horses, broken wagon, and they don't care about that. They just want us off the private land, because somebody who owns the land has got the power to call the police and say, move them. But they've quoted legislation that they say they have the power to tow us away if we do not move.
So what about the people who's been ill and they need a bit of time to sleep and the horses was tired?
Yeah.
They've seen 4 wagons going in there, bow tops going into the gate. They never stopped them and say you can't come in here.
Yeah, they've let you go in there
They let
first,
them go
haven't
in and the police were standing there, you know what I mean?
The police have issued all of us with the, what is it called, the
dispersal, I guess.
a dispersal notice, trespass notice, to remove the vehicles. Apparently we've got about, I don't know, 5 minutes that if we haven't moved, they're going to tow us all away.
3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go, so we're waiting to see whether what happens from here, because apparently the tow trucks are on the way, and you can see the police are there. There's a few more inside the field. And the threat is that, well, at the moment they've got the traffic police going around all the vehicles, checking them and to make sure that they're all roadworthy. So that's what's going on at the moment. Whether you like the gypsy community or not, you've got to admit the work and detail that goes into these bow tops is absolutely stunning. The craftsmanship is amazing, and the detail. And you built all this for your family, yeah? I don't know. Outstanding. Yeah, I'd be proud if I could make something like this.
Having only just arriving in the field the day before and setting up camp, these lovely people were now having to move on, pack everything away and go back to the roadside. We decided to give up our parking space just to give them a bit more room. Our original plan was to follow the travellers all the way to Appleby to give you guys an insight of what their journey entailed. Unfortunately, we now have to make this journey alone. We travel over 50 miles where we thought we'd leave the police presence behind us.
We chose a quiet lane on the outskirts of Appleby in the middle of nowhere, hoping that there'd be no one about, and this is what we come across. Whilst making this video, we was hoping to portray a traveller's life sitting around a campfire with his family, enjoying his trip to Appleby, but that was becoming increasingly harder to capture. So we have just driven up from Kirby Longsdale to Appleby itself. We are parked in a lay-by just over there. We thought it might be a bit calmer up here, but there seems to be something going on just down the lane there. Okay, so as you can see now the tow trucks are turning up. Going to go over and see what they're doing. Do you mind if I ask you, mate, are you here to tow us or?
No, not here to tow you. Just here on official business.
What's the official business?
Can't really say a great deal.
Yeah.
If you have a look down there.
Yeah, we noticed all the police cars down there. So it's not us, yeah?
No, definitely not you, sir.
Alright, cheers, mate.
No bother.
So we've got tow trucks and police outside the van. I've just been out there to ask the tow truck guy whether he's here to tow us, because the police have threatened us in various locations that they will tow us away, that even if we are around the area, we are associated by number to be associated with the travelling community, even though we have just come here. I've actually explained that I've just come here to make this video, but they are not accepting that. They are basically saying, if you're here, you will be towed away if you break the law, or if we deem you to be breaking the law or be a pest. By breaking the law, I mean parking somewhere where somebody doesn't want me to park, basically. I don't mean being a criminal. We were served with an order under Section 61A of the Trespass Act. Okay, so it appears to be at least 4 caravans have been confiscated or taken away. The tow truck drivers themselves pointed out that it was the police that had seized the vehicles, not them. They were staying well back and waiting for the vehicles to come to them off the site, so that they wasn't directly involved. We tried to gather some information as to why the vehicles were being seized, but nobody was willing to talk or say anything about what the issues were. Now, I've spent almost 5 years in van life now, being full-time in my van, and I've not seen anything to the scale that I've seen over the last 2 days in way of persecution and intimidation. I've not seen anything done wrong by the travellers themselves or their community. All they have done is exactly the same as what I've done in the past, which is try and find somewhere to park, somewhere safe for them to park for the night and stay overnight. And this is the result of them trying to find somewhere to live. So this is the exciting town of Appleby on a normal day. In a couple of weeks from now, you're going to have somewhere between 10 and 30,000 people. Yeah.
We've already created another blog with a brief introduction to Appleby Horse Fair. I'll put a link in the top corner, so please check that one out. If you haven't already liked the video, please give it a thumbs up now.
And at the moment, you can see the road and the pavement here. As I said, 2 weeks from now, and this road will be totally covered with people. You will not see much of the road at all. As we pass Phil on his journey towards Appleby, he gives us a smile. But now I have a sort of understanding of all the hassles, pain and torture that he has gone through making this journey. It's not the idyllic life that I wanted to portray in this video. And I'd like to thank Phil and some of the other guys, Jojo and the other Joe, for helping us make this video.